So the organization that I chose was the American Cancer Society, and the title is You Are Not Alone with American Cancer Society. So now some ask, what is cancer? Well, cancer occurs when your abnormal cells divide without any control and invade other tissues throughout your body. Now, by the end of this speech, you will have a better understanding of the various types of treatments and side effects that a cancer patient will most likely go through. Cancer has become one of the most deadliest diseases, and if the cancer is not treated by any one of these treatments or any other treatment, then it can unfortunately lead to death. So the first common treatment that we know of, and we should all be familiar with, is chemotherapy. But chemotherapy is a mixture of medicine and drugs to help get the cancer under control. That's what benefits the patient greatly, is that the cancer is going to be under control. Some people do get frightened when they hear the word chemotherapy though, but they have to keep in mind it does get their cancer under control. But the side effects of chemotherapy include nausea, amnesia, vomiting, and over time you will see hair loss. It is recommended to go see your doctor immediately if you do develop any of these symptoms. That way he can conduct a series of tests to maybe see if you need a lower dosage of chemo drugs. Now, although it is recommended that you should probably go and see a doctor, you can also exercise. Now, keep in mind, no one's going to tell you go run a 5K, but you can exercise a couple of days a week with very mild activity. For example, like yoga, you can do that, and that'll usually fewer the other side effects that you do have, and it can even shorten any hospital visits that you have, and fewer, and really boost up your energy and, lessen your fatiguing. So now, the next common treatment for a cancer patient is radiation therapy. Now, radiation therapy has one goal, and that goal is to kill any cancer cells and shrink any tumors. Chemotherapy and radiation therapy are very similar with their side effects. For example, nausea, amnesia, vomiting, and over time you will see hair loss as well. So to help really get the side effects under control is to drink plenty of fluids, which means 6 to 8 ounces of fluids per day while undergoing treatment, and to also eat healthy, which includes eating cooked, canned, peeled fruits, vegetables, by eating healthy and drinking a lot, it'll actually help speed up the recovery process. So now lastly, another form of treatment is called emotherapy. Now, emotherapy means exactly what it means. It helps work with your immune system to help fight cancer. It can also be called biotherapy or biologic therapy. The immune system makes it work harder to attack the cancerous cells in your body instead of letting the cancerous cells overdraw your body. But now, the best way to deal with the side effects of emotherapy is to outweigh the good with the bad. It's kind of like an emotional way to get the side effects under control. It's to outweigh the good with the bad, because most likely with emotherapy, that's the only therapy that you'd have to go through instead of having to go to 2 other types of treatments, like for example chemotherapy and radiation therapy, which are a lot more difficult than emotherapy. But usually most people do deal with chemotherapy if they do undergo treatment. But emotherapy is more for cells that aren't spread as much. So lastly, when we talked about cancer, cancer is a very deadly disease and it surely needs to be treated. So with any one of these treatments, it can be affected greatly and benefit the patient as well as their families. So like I said, you can go through treatments like chemotherapy, radiation therapy, and emotherapy. All these treatments will help the patients greatly. Make sure that you exercise, make sure that you drink plenty of fluids, and it'll always make sure that you help the patients greatly. So thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I can't wait to see everybody else's.